Jay Massey is a full-time real estate investor. He's an entrepreneur.
He also teaches people how to find deals, raise capital for real estate investments.
Meeting Jay Massey in person, you'd think he's just a regular guy. He's got jeans and a t-shirt on and a pair of sneakers. But he's built up a multi-million-dollar empire.
I hope you do have an empty notebook because it's going home filled.
Jay gives back so much value that I've never seen.
Now, at this moment, when I'm looking at the kitchen, things are going through my head.
You want to be friends with him, and he treats you like you're the only person in the room, even though it's for the benefit of everybody.
This is how, when you ask yourself, how does Jay do it? This is how.
He tells people that they have to take action, and they have to take action now. I took the action, and the results have paid off.
What happens when the marketplace understands who we are and how we go out there?
Okay. Yes, there we go. All right. I was trying not to make do that sound and that noise. So sorry about that, especially for those of you, especially for those of you who may have been watching or may be watching but earphones, etc. So sorry about that. I know oh, crud. I forgot to turn off the fan. You probably can hear that too. 1 second. What the? There we go. Okay. Totally forgot. Fan. There it is. Very big. Is there an echo? Is that what I'm being told? That there's an echo today. Crud. 1 second. No? Yes? And we're live. Hey, Massey. So, we hopefully we're good. So good. Do me a favor. For those of you watching right now, just let me know that the sound was okay. No ear pain. All right. Perfect. Excellent. Glad to hear it. I just want to make sure that we're good. All right. For those of you who are brand new, hi. Welcome. My name is Jay, CEO of CashFlowDiary. What we do is we help you become a entrepreneur. Now, specifically, what? Okay. Okay. I'm getting reports from my team that there's an echo or something going on. Can you guys confirm for me? I just don't, if there's an echo, I want to fix it. I'm not hearing an echo. Guys, hey, Celeste, I see you. No. Let me hear. No? I'm not hearing an echo, so I'm gonna sound now. Okay, so now they say whatever it was, it is fixed. You can hear me clearly. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're good now. I didn't want to, like I said, do this whole thing with the big old echo and you'd be like, God, he had an echo. That was very, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. What am I gonna do? Think. Literally what Okay. So now the computer froze. All right. Think, Jay, think. What are you gonna do? How do you fix this quickly? What is the fastest way to fix this? The fastest way to fix this. What is the fastest way to fix this? Okay, I think I got it. That's exactly why we're replacing this computer today. This is exactly the reason. Because it's uncontrolled, random in here. All right. I will definitely, though. I hope they know I always come back. So we'll find out. know. All right. So, how is your day starting? You see exactly what happened here. So, here's let me get this out really quickly before something else changes. For those of you who want to know, part of my plan for today, after this was done, was to actually go and upgrade or replace this particular machine that I'm currently using. And doing this because, as you can see at the bottom right there, we have a live event coming up next week, and I wanted what just happened to stop because it is random and I don't know what is causing it, and the only thing I can pinpoint it to is the video card. Anyway, so for those of you wondering, is that going to go away? I'm hoping so, but I've got, we got to go fix the technical difficulty, if you will. Nonetheless, I'm glad that you guys are here. It's CashFlowDiary.com/learn live for those of you who want to join us next week. So let me be more clear. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, between on the 9 o'clock hour, sometime in there, we go live. We go live every day. And what is happening next week is at noon Pacific time, we're going to be focused 100% on the actual step-by-step training, if you will, of a short-term rental business, meaning teaching you how to get started from the beginning. Because, I don't want to make any assumptions about what you know or what you don't know, nor do I want there to be any holes in your business. I say that because some of you may have already hosted people or things of that nature. And I just want to make sure that I'm being as clear as I possibly can that what we're going to do is we're going to start at the beginning, and regardless of your experience or whatever it is you feel you need to have before you do it, we're going to fill all of that in and make sure that you are able to get I think results that you'll be beyond happy with. So that's our goal, and we're starting that on Monday. It'll be at noon. So if you want to join, by all means, please do so. Here's the good thing I am excited about, though. Part of the changes that happened here. So when that used to happen, it used to cut the entire stream. So using this particular service that we're using today, the stream doesn't cut. So yay, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around. For those of you who are brand new, do me a favor right now, go ahead, type new in the chat. That way we can recognize you. And most importantly, what we're going to be talking about today is how to know if you are ready for growth and the first steps to take. So what are some of those signs, if you will, that indicate, hey, it might be time for me to grow? And that's a good question. What are some of those signs? And we're going to talk about what that looks like. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that we want to hear from you as well, which means you can go to cashflowdiary.com/ask, ASK. If you want to guarantee, keywords guarantee, if you want to guarantee that the questions that you have get answered, what you want to do is you want to go to cashflowdiary.com/ask. That's going to take you to a little form. You're going to fill it out, and then we are going to answer your question. Now, it may not be today, but it could be tomorrow, so don't freak out. And as I said, we're going to be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. And tomorrow, what is it? Oh, tomorrow we're talking about the team, so that'll be fun. So who you need in and on your business team. All right. Now, for the little bit of fun, for those of you who might be new or just need a refresher, I'm going to be pretty much focused on content. That's what's going to happen. But if you want to know more about me, we have two random decks of questions. This one is for those of you on Facebook and for those of you on YouTube. When you type the word cash flow in the chat, what ends up happening is I take the question and answer it. And when I say random, I mean random. And they are all over the place. I have no idea. We haven't made it through the entire deck, and I am separating the cards that we have already answered so that I don't have to keep answering the same ones over and over again. Now, how to know when you're ready for growth and those first steps to take. I totally hear you. I got it. 100%, because one of the things that I think happens a lot for each and every one of us is we question, can I do this? Am I ready? How will I know? And yes, I am thinking about the Whitney Houston song right now. Anyway, but it's a good question. But I want to question why we're asking the question, right? So that you can have possibly insight to yourself. When I am asking that question, and in fact, it's really not a question I ask anymore, right? And there's a number of reasons for that. But it's almost can be often the smokescreen, the thing that says, I'm not ready yet, therefore I am absolved of any responsibility for taking action. Let me say it differently. Between kindergarten and 12th grade, or elementary school, or whatever you call grade school, because I know not all of you are in the United States, and all the way through what we would call high school, some of you university, then college, I forgot. There are some places where high school is called university. Anyway, what I'm saying is we learn to wait for someone's permission. Okay, so that's probably what's going on here. How do you know if you're ready? Because and typically we're waiting for someone's permission, someone to give us some sort of a blessing, some sort of a certificate in some cases, some sort of freedom, like you are now authorized to go out and be great. And that is what we learn, though, and that is definitely a learned situation that happens for each and every one of us, because, hey, you pass the class, you get the grade, and now you can go on to the next step. And then you can even say to a degree, video games, they reinforce this, right? You don't get to level 2 until you pass level 1, or maybe you use the cheat code, and then you have the whole connotations around cheating. Here's my point. You are ready for growth. That's literally like why you're born. You are ready for growth. It's not an if, it's not even a when. You are always ready for growth. Now, it may not feel convenient. It may not be right now where you're like, oh yeah, I can easily fit this in. That's different. That's likely a discipline issue. But ready for growth? The human body, being everything, seeks it daily. The only question is are you resisting it? You're ready. You were literally born ready to grow. And we typically hold ourselves back. And we'll put up roadblocks of any kind. And sometimes that roadblock, like I said, they could be psychological and in various different forms. Now, just because you're ready, I am not also saying you have all of the resources. You need to execute whatever your vision is. But again, having the resources does not mean you're not having the resources doesn't mean you're not ready for growth. It means, cool, now you're going to grow in a completely different direction than maybe what you thought, right? So if you were thinking that, oh, what I was going to do, I'm going to take a 1,000-mile trip, not that, you know what? Let's use a marathon. I'm going to run a marathon. Cool, great. But if you've never ran, or let alone ran 26 miles, all the things that it takes to get ready for a marathon, which I have no idea about. Yeah, you're not quote unquote ready to run the marathon today. So first you must begin to build all of the pieces, the individual blocks, so that you then can become and have all of the resources ready. But you are ready for that growth. You're human. That's how I see it. There's never a time that any human isn't ready for growth. Now, how you respond to all that, different story, right? Now, with that being said, one of the things that reasons I or we at CashFlowDiary get that question is simply because when it comes down to it, people want to know, you want to feel confident, or at least that you can and do have what it takes to succeed in some way as it relates to short-term rentals and as it relates to real estate. Now, for those of you who missed the prior session, we already know how we feel about can, right? It's specifically the word. So if you missed that and you'd like to pick it up, feel free to go to cashflowdiary.com /live, LIVE. You can get the notifications and you can get the previous ones as well. All right. That's why I'm saying that there. But what's important to know is that you're human, and by being human, you're ready for growth, which means every day you have been alive, you are presented with opportunities to grow. Like every day. There hasn't been a day that obviously I haven't seen every one of your days, but if your days are anything like my days, you're presented with an opportunity to grow in some way, shape, or form every day. Do you see that opportunity? Are you open to that opportunity? Do you respond well to that opportunity? I don't know. But the opportunities are there. You're ready. You may be refusing it, and you may have developed a habit, right? Just like waiting for someone to declare you great is also a habit. Here's what I would say. When you can understand that very specifically, write this down. When you can understand that you are a work in progress, most importantly, that there's good, there's better, there's best. Here's what I mean. You're going to you can make a good decision, you can make a better one, and then you could make a best decision. But often we start with our good ones until we have had time to test them. So just start, please. That's the most important thing. You must continually test yourself daily. What does that mean? That means go write that offer. That means, yes, you had a business idea yesterday. What did you do with that idea? Understand that creative idea that was given to you was seeking expression, period. Did you take any observable action? And if so, great. If not, consider, because the next time you just may not get that idea. The idea was sound. It was there. It needed to be tested, and it was waiting for you to be willing to take the next step, period. And you must begin to move in that direction. As a human, you're ready. You may not know what to do next, but you're ready. So I'm encouraging you to stop waiting, period. To think that you need to be ready, right? Well, once I am X, Y, and Z, remember what we said about the success? When I, then I, right? That's dangerous. I'm ready for growth. You are ready for growth. In fact, feel free to say that out loud to yourself as well. All right, I'm gonna scroll through the chat real fast to see if anything is in here. And yes, we are live, kinda. So that was good. What is this? Good morning, Joda. Yes, I'm loving that. I've got to work on my Yoda voice. So okay, we'll see what I can do there. And the sound is good. There was no echo. And then yes, Frozen, and no, I did not let it go. And I'm definitely not talking about the movie. Joda always comes back. Yes, that is correct. Jay knows how the show is falling down. I get it back. Yes, if only that was my plan. If only that was my plan, then it would be like awesome, right? But that definitely wasn't my plan. This is a demo. Yes, at 100%. Keep moving forward. That's what we're doing. Okay, I see you guys are talking to each other because I was gone. Anyone else have the computer die just when you needed it the most? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. This is, yep. Has something happened? Yes, it's time for that next level, Casey. I'm with you 100%. You guys are funny. I like it. All right. Is everything okay? No, the computer is supposed to be reliable, but it's not, and we are going to go fix it. So that's what's happening. Got it. Oh my goodness. Let's take a poll. Does Jay Nope. They like the music, so this is good. I like it. Need a state changer pattern interrupt. So cash flow. Yes, exactly. Got it. Thank you, Dante. So great. Full. All right. So here's two. So Cash, let's get through these two questions real fast. Would I rather appear as a guest on your favorite TV show or have a lifetime backstage pass for any concert you attend? Okay. Ooh, good one. Kinda, and I know some of yeah. A lifetime backstage pass for any concert would not be good in my hands. Many autistic individuals, we have issues with loud sounds, and there's nothing about a backstage pass at a concert that sounds exciting. But the challenge becomes is appear as a guest on my favorite TV show. I don't even know what my favorite TV show would be, because I don't even know. But I would like to see if I can't eventually one day get on CNBC when they're talking about all of the short-term rental stuff. That'll be interesting. All right, next question. Would I rather be covered in bees or spiders? Oh, sweet Jesus. I hate both of these things. I think I could handle bees better than spiders, because there was I don't know if you guys haven't been around, maybe you have, but there was a live stream very similar to what we're doing right here one time where a spider came down and I was gone. I was gone. And yeah, that did not go well. That did not go well at all. It provided you guys some entertainment, but it didn't go well. All right. Woo! I'm not a spider person. Anyway, let's get back to this. So what it comes down to is the first time you're doing anything is usually the difficult, right? The difficult one. That's really what it is. The first time, it's usually the difficult one. And by difficult, I'm going to give you some definitions here, because we often, again, misuse difficult, or sorry, not difficult, but hard is typically the word that we say. We say, oh, that's hard. Okay. Well, hard typically has something to do with how penetrable something is. Can I get through that? Is it permeable in some way, shape, or form? That's hard. Typically, the thing that you're looking to do isn't actually hard. I would say it's unfamiliar. In fact, the things that you consider easy, I would say, are familiar to you. And that is the difference. Understanding when you're in this growth process or thinking about taking growth on, you are voluntarily subjecting yourself to things that you are unfamiliar with. And the reason this distinction, I think, is helpful is because when you understand that the things that are unfamiliar can become familiar, you also know that it's a process. It removes the expectation that, hey, I'm supposed to be good at this because I'm 52, because I'm 65, because I've already studied things like this, because for whatever reason. And it gives yourself, this is the key to growth, permission to fail. That's what you gain, right? See, I think part of the reason we're waiting for the blessing is simply because when we get that blessing, it's also like saying, hey, do you give me permission to fail? Do you give me permission to not get it right? Is that okay now? Right? We're seeking a way to make it okay for us to fail. When it was always okay. It was never not okay to fail. It's a part of the process. It's a part of everyone's process. There's nothing, I can't think of much that I've done, or can you think of something that you've done correctly the first time, and then did it again, and you just kept knocking the ball out of the park without experiencing some sort of failure event? The answer is usually no. So oftentimes when we're considering, hey, can I grow? Can I become more? What we should really be considering is, am I willing to let myself not be perfect and fail? And in my case, often, right? And then sometimes that failure could be public, so to speak. I don't know. Maybe you were going to start a live stream and your computer stopped on one of those funny, you know how when the computer freezes, it always catches your face at like the worst time, right? One of those things. Maybe that happened to you. And maybe that's what you were afraid of. In fact, I can tell you guys, that was one of the things that prevented the podcast that we have from starting sooner, was because I was afraid of the reviews. I did not want to have to deal with or look at them at all, because some of y'all ain't nice. and you know who you are. Whew, man. Yeah, and you're just like, okay. But these are all things that we have to learn to grow through, should we choose to accept the growth we're being offered. Because remember, it's not an issue of if you're being offered opportunity. It comes every day. Comes in different forms, it looks different, but it's usually in an unfamiliar package and requiring you to do things that you are unfamiliar with, and asking you, hey, are you willing, keywords, to get familiar with this? Yes or no? And if you are, good. And if you're not, that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is no if you're ready. Every day, you woke up today, you're ready for growth. Congrats, right? Lord knows, the first day you heard about the coronavirus, I don't remember, I don't remember what year that was. Yes, it feels like we've had a whole bunch, this year has been filled. It's like every month has been filled with month-long years. So I don't remember when that was. It was just a while ago. Actually, no, I do remember when that was. It was actually because I was on a training call and someone said, "Hey, what are you doing about the coronavirus?" I'm like, "The what?" I didn't even know what it was. Anyway, but were you ready? Did you ask the coronavirus, "Hey, I'm not ready to grow yet"? Did you even get that opportunity? No. That's my point. You're ready to grow. Opportunity doesn't wait. The marketplace is not concerned about when it's convenient for you. But the good thing is you're built to grow every day. And that's a very simple statement to just hopefully assimilate into here. Now, once you've accepted the fact that, hey, you're ready to grow, here's what must happen. You must gain clarity. Clarity leads to power, and it's the power to do two very clear and simple things: decide and act. That's it. That's it. Clarity. Here are the 5 things you need clarity around. All right. And get ready to write those in. They're going to come at you fast, but you've heard them before. And in this order, you need clarity around why, what, when, who, and how. In that order. Why, what, when, who, and how. Why are you wanting to do the thing that you want to do? Many of you know a gentleman out there by the name of Simon Sinek. He has a book, Start With Why. Again, great book, pick it up. Why? Then what? What is it that you actually want to achieve? What is the outcome that you're looking for? Are you trying to build the most efficient company on the planet? Like, is that what you want? Or are you trying to solve a particular problem? Or do you just want to, save a mammal? All of it's good, but what is it? When would you like to see that actual outcome happen? Not when will you get started. When do you want to see the outcome? That's the question. And then who do you need? Which is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Who do you need to help you make that happen? I am assuming by default, and I think you should too, 2 things. 1, what you want to build is bigger than you. 2, you're going to need help. Simple. Notice how is last, because oftentimes we get stuck on how. We don't move forward until we know how. We're like, I don't know how, so I'm not going to do anything. How? And that's assuming we've already gotten somebody's permission. Understand, we won't even give ourselves the freedom to think of why until we won't get started. Until someone says, you have now been blessed and baptized. No, you are ready. But why, what, when, who, and how? We get stuck on how, or we get stuck because we don't know how. In fact, I think I saw some, because we get questions like this all the time, especially from newer operators who are just now discovering short-term rentals or being able, how, the question will be like, how do you put your property on multiple sites and pay attention to it? Understand the answer to the question, which I will give you in just a moment, is very straightforward, but I don't think it's very useful, because how is we use a software or a number of softwares that are typically called channel managers. That's how. That's actually the answer. It's called the channel manager. Now that you have that answer, though, do you know how to actually use the tool? Here's my point in illustrating this. There's a concept that we live by over here, is that it's one thing to know about an expert tool. It's another to know how to use that expert tool expertly. which is part of the reason why we go live. We have no problem answering your questions, going live, and most importantly, sharing our expert tools that have been developed and all this stuff. Doesn't bother us at all because you may not know how to use them expertly. That's the part. That's where the mastery, that's where the magic is, right? I promise you. You can hand me a wrench, you can hand me a screwdriver or any manual labor tool, and I promise you it's just not good. But understanding that is part of the growth that you are seeking. Growth requires you to learn new skills, new tools expertly, not just know about them. Kindergarten, 12th grade, through all of that stuff, we were told it was good enough to know about the things. Can you regurgitate the information? Cool, now you are ready to go. But that's just not the way it works. We have to know how to use, how to interpret, read the tea leaves, as I often call it. And that is a skill set that takes time, practice, and a whole bunch of failure to master. It is what it is. All right, let's take a dive into the chat before we end here. What is this? Backstage. Oh, okay. Dante wants backstage passes for networking purpose. I hear you, Dante. The challenge is the sound, the loudness is not something I can tolerate. I mean, it's hard. Yeah, can't even tell you. And yes, no, I'm glad to know that you're not a spider person either. But yes, Mr. KC said, but TV is broadcast. Yeah, that's more people. This is true. You're right. I like where he's going. I've heard this before. A guy answered TV show because he could advertise his business. Yes, that absolutely makes sense. What is this? True, but okay, I love this. It's we always have to pay attention to where our butts are. Yeah, I know. Anyway, true, but I'm an introvert. I'll rather work with the people that control what is broadcast their work. I hear you, Dante, but they're depending on the mission, the vision, and what it is that you have to do. At some point, almost you have to come out from behind the camera, so to speak. So it is what it is. 5 things we need clarity around. Yes, Jeremy, you picked it up. Why, what, when, who, and how in that order is really important. Because otherwise, let me say it this way. Fear disguises itself in many different forms, and it's crafty. It really is. Because it sometimes, fear masquerades as, I don't know how. Sometimes it's, I've never seen anybody do that. Sometimes it's, I've never heard of that. Sometimes it's, I'm too old. I'm too young. Which, by the way, is something I hear when it comes to this short-term rental thing, which I find hilarious because you sometimes will hear it like in the same conference call. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm just like, somebody's right. So y'all help me out. But when we're presented with opportunities, pay attention to how you respond, because you will often bring up the thing that so often we're insecure about the most first, and use that as the reason why we cannot move forward, we cannot grow. This isn't for us. Fear disguises itself. And start with why. Then go to what, when, who, and how. One step at a time, over time, you can get there. And I think that's great. So Dante says, exactly. I'm not sure if he's talking to me or to you, Mr. Casey, at this particular moment anymore, but it's all good either way, no matter how it goes. Again, for those of you who are joining us or joined us today for the first time, thanks for being here. Feel free to come back. Hopefully, we'll be able to put all of the pieces together today and specifically get the new technology in place. We'll see, because ordering things and buying things is difficult in this new age. So we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, either way, we'll be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. and we'll reboot and restart as many times as it takes, because tomorrow, this is a question that we get a lot about. That actually reminds me. You're going to want to make sure that you have something to write on, or be prepared to take lots of screenshots, because we're going to be drawing an org chart as it relates to the business structure. Specifically in this particular case, we're really going to be focused on the short-term rental world and the business structure, the team structure, in order to make it all happen. So if building a team for your business, and definitely if building a team for a short-term rental business is something that you care about, you're going to want to make sure that you return tomorrow, 9 a.m. Oh, and let's see. Of course, Sandy decides to be the one from Facebook. So that's the green deck. So we'll see how this goes. Just before we exit here, it says, okay, so here's the thing. And this is funny now. This is about to get a little real and funny, because I can't answer this question, but you can. Here, the question is, it says, do you have a signature move or quirk that people notice or comment on? Wow. I find it hilarious to me that I'm doing this on a live stream after all the things that have happened today. And this is the question that just comes in. Thank you very much, Sandy. So if there is a, what do they call it? A signature move or quirk that people comment on, I don't know what it is until you comment on it, AKA you'd have to tell me. So feel free to light up the chat and let's learn that way as well. Wow. I have no idea. See, these questions, man, I don't even know. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to learn more, get better. It's all good. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I hope today goes well for you, that you continue to receive the opportunities for increase that are coming your way, and that most importantly, you already know that you're ready to grow, right? Just take the next step. As always, it's been fun talking to you guys today. I look forward to talking to you soon. Until next time.